former president of the United States, and now I'm going to go at
Dude,
Steven.
like this fucking Sargon's brainlet gimp rent boy just sitting there with a fucking scowl on his face. I need whatever JStalk uses to zoom in. I need to be able to zoom in on this guy's face. Given this stank face, look at him. We need race mixing now. I need more race mixing.
And I think he was a little bit weak on it at first. And I think it's just important every time these things happen for us to...
Don't rope me in. Don't rope me on your cuckoldry, okay? Absolutely not. Don't rope me on your cuckoldry, okay?
Well, hang on. So now I'm going to go after you because you did say, and actually you doubled down before, I think a week ago, when I asked you, would you still say that it's okay to burn down a police station in response to police, or I don't know, police brutality? And you said, yeah, it would be. And so now I'm going to go after you. Do you think it would be?
Hold on. First of all, a couple weeks ago, you asked me if I supported the particular burning down of a particular police station, which I don't ever remember doing. What I said was,
yes or no?
I don't remember supporting a particular one. The line of questioning that was given from chat, and I think I still feel the same, was that if you indeed do, if it gets to the point where you want to riot and you want to get violent or whatever, I don't think you should ever riot against private property. But if you want to riot against public property, it makes more sense because this would be the target of your ire because you feel like or whatever. It's the government that's fucking you over or whatever. Pretty sure those were all of my statements. You can look it up and find something that contradicts it. I don't think I've ever said in particular this police station should be burned down or this thing. Pretty sure all I've ever said is if you are going to riot, destroy stuff, it should at least be public property, not private property. Pretty sure those are the
support or would you not support the burning down of a police station in BLM?
It would depend on the circumstances. Like random burning down of public property or random burning down, probably not. But like theoretically, let's say there was some police station and there was like a lynching of like 2 black people and the local cops exonerated all their own people and they said, well, nothing happened and like everybody saw the recordings or whatever, people decided to riot or whatever, it escalated to some violence and they burned it down. I don't know if I feel as bad about that. Like it makes more sense there, but I mean so
who are you to talk down to like these people then, I guess? If they feel that immigration has, like I totally disagree with them, I think they're stupid as hell, but they feel like their country's being taken away from them. That's the same kind of sentiment that I'm hearing.
Yeah, so was the Holiday Inn public property? Was the Holiday Inn public property? Is that the case?
For them.
Yeah, but my issue is they're always too spineless to just admit what they don't like. They try to pretend that it's about immigration or they try to pretend that it's about Muslims. It's about brown people. Like if they just said that, I'd have more respect for it. Like brown people are scary.
No, it is. What is the... What? From Lauren Southern. Destiny's just right there. It's about brown people. It is.
I don't like the fact that there are so many of them immigrating to this country. First of all, the article that you linked me says nothing about this person being Christian whatsoever. So it just says that he was originally from Cardiff and that he moved there with Rwandan parents when he was age 6. So nothing in this article is about it being Christian. Okay, number one.
Cardiff in Wales.
Cardiff, whatever, right? Okay, yeah, but that's my issue, is that if people would just be honest, if people would just say, listen.
It is about brown people, Thought Patrol. Absolutely is. It absolutely is. And listen, get on Discord or shut the fuck up.
These people are, the mass brown migrants are going to destroy our fucking culture or whatever. Then I'm like, okay, fine, I get it. But they don't. They hide behind like all this other like cringe shit. Like this guy earlier was just saying,
and they're saying Cardiff.
Parents when he was age 6. So nothing in this article is about it ever. So it just says that immigrating to this country. Like if they just said that, I'd have more respect for it. Like brown people are scary. I don't like the fact that there are so many of them immigrating to this country. First of all, the article that you linked me says nothing about this person being Christian whatsoever. So it just says that he was originally from Cardiff and that he moved there with Rwandan parents when he was age 6. So nothing in this article is about it being Christian. Okay, number one.
Cardiff in Wales.
Cardiff, right? Okay, yeah, but that's my issue, is that if people would just be honest, if people would just say, listen, these people are, the mass brown migrants are going to destroy our fucking culture or whatever, then I'm like, okay, fine, I get it. But they don't. They hide behind like all this other like cringe shit. Like this guy earlier was just saying like, well, they happen to be protesting near a mosque and some of them might have thrown bricks through the window, but it wasn't about protesting outside the mosque originally. Like, bro, if you're going to burn down a police station, say it. If you're going to throw bricks into a mosque, say you're there to protest a mosque. Like, don't like mince words.
Steven, are you, like you just said, if you're scared they're going to change the culture, how would they change the culture? How would they do that? How would all these brown immigrants change the culture?
Jim, it depends on which area you're in, what immigrants people will complain about, to be honest. It depends on what area you're in. But the reality is that these protests are not about fucking Poles and not about Romanians. It's because there was a knife attack and they believed it was a Muslim. And then they were like, oh, well, black's good enough.
I can't. I'm not a racist, so I can't compute the question. Are you saying how Muslims could change the culture? Is that the question?
You guys are just afraid of brown people, and then you said it's all about these brown people changing the culture.
Like you said it earlier, when you're like mass migration and Muslim, they go together. And it's like what?
Right.
Well, then.
How would the brown people change the culture?
Yeah.
How would the brown people change the culture?
I don't know how brown. Are you asking how Muslims would change the culture?
Factors? Is it because maybe there are other factors than just immigrants being brown?
There could be.
And maybe that's people's main issue, which is why people were protesting outside a mosque and not just outside random brown people's houses.
Do you understand that when a Christian does a terror attack and the response is, we're going to protest outside of a mosque, and the only thing linking these two things together is that Muslims tend to be brown and the attacker was brown, that doesn't help your argument, right?
Two things that people dislike about mass immigration is when they stab children and also when they change the religious dynamic of the country to something.
She's so dumb.
This guy was a Christian churchgoer.
Yeah, well, he stabbed
No, hang
people.
on.
That is not in line with British culture values.
Well, technically, I mean, knife attacks and stabbing seem to be pretty British to me. But I mean, like, what does that have to do with protesting outside of a mosque?
Because
they're both foreign. It's not that they're brown; it's that they're foreign. They're not English.
Are you like part of the Church of England, or what was the British thing when they broke up with the Catholic Church?
But again, source on the guy being a Christian churchgoer.
His family were churchgoers. His family's absolutely were churchgoers, right? We know that now. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure we know that his family were churchgoers, right? What do you mean, source? That you have you been following the news? No, I was looking for a video. No, not this fella. Where is it? It was very clear. The message that Labour was sending out was just, don't fuck up. Do not even put your neck out in a position where you could fuck up. Because there's no point even energizing the Labour Party. Because the Conservatives have done such a terrible job for the last 14 years. And it's in such a terrible state where they've alienated so much of their base by simultaneously going too far right in some directions and not far right enough in others, that there's just no way they can win. So we just sit pretty, we just ride it out, and then win. That was like it's the most obvious, it's so clearly what happened. So, well, Labour didn't really win it because third place, Reform, 4 million votes. Shut up. No one cares. You lost.
The past 15 years, when they didn't do it, their voters decide, well, F it, I'm not going to turn out and support the Conservatives because they're not implementing the policies that we want them to do. That's why Labour won, because their support remained pretty much the same. The Conservatives system would have helped the Lib Dems more as the third party. So that was just a purely selfish system.
We should probably explain how broken the British system is for the Americans.
Really
so you guys get to vote for both of your...
It really isn't broken. I actually really like the British election system. I'm saying it. I like the British election system. I'm saying it. It's based. And that Reform guy agrees with me too.
Chambers, you get to vote for the head of state and some local stuff as well. So we in the UK, we don't get to vote for our equivalent of the Senate. They're just appointed. We don't get to vote for our president. They just become the biggest party's leader in the election for the representatives.
That just keeps people involved. It keeps people caring about their place, where they are, In America, when they do the presidential election, it is literally just like, who's my figurehead? Who's my figurehead? And not giving a fuck about the interests of any specific part of the country.
Current age, the public no longer vote as if it's a first-past-the-post system. They say screw it and vote as if we live in a proportional representation, multi-party democracy, because they just want change. And by results, even though Keir Starmer got the most seats, he got 33% of the vote, which is bugger all, especially in British politics.
Wait, but I mean, like,
So
I don't understand. When you say he got 33% of the
vote,
vote, was this because of how you guys do, like, districting or whatever? Or because in the United States, this exact same thing happens, too. Like, our president that you said that we get to directly elect, we don't really directly elect them. Our states do. That's why Republicans win elections, even though they lose the popular vote over and over and over and over and over again. So,
yes, you have your problems, but we don't even get that access at all, is my point. Can I say something on the build-up to this? Because this was very important, and our friend was bringing that up, which is that in 1997, so once upon a time, I decided to sit and look at every election manifesto of the winner of the election, going back over 20 years. So in 1997, the discussion on immigration used to be, we didn't have a problem with immigration, so they would just talk about what they called asylum shopping. So this was someone who would get to Greece and then claim asylum in the UK. We're familiar with this now, but back then it was kind of a quirk. Only a few tens of thousands of people did it. Then, up to the 2010s, it becomes more of an issue. On 2010, the David Cameron government wins on the pledge to basically put in a hard cap of under 100,000.